Welcome to Mango Bay. I have a deep, traumatic family story to relate. We also talk about Zelensky and his trip to America for more funding. Very fun, very wild. Come on down.
Mango Bay, Mango Bay.
Mango Bay.
Mango Bay. Oh. Mango Bay. Mango Bay. Mango Bay. Your Mango Bay.
For the exclusive content, don't forget to join our Patreon at patreon.com/MangoBay. Mango
Bay.
Welcome to Mango Bay, one-stop shop for South Asian recklessness. We are two best boys, Usama Siddiquee.
Pranav, Behari.
And patreon.com/Mango Bay.
Mango Bay.
Get on, man.
Oh, God, so many things. Oh, shout out to Ashish, Andy, Mahendra. These are $20 tier subscribers who get to hang out with us on Zoom once a month.
We will start, I think it'll be next week or the week after. We'll be doing a Zoom hang.
Oh,
scheduling it.
our live show.
Gotta figure that out.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's coming. Oh my God, we haven't even talked about that.
End of the month.
Listen, we've been traveling, so a lot of things have been up in the air.
Yeah.
All the information we'll get to you soon, okay? We love you.
ASAP.
Yo. So I was in LA.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Tell
came
me.
back from LA. You were in Costa Rica.
I was in Costa Rica.
LA. Traveling boys. So, you know, we've been working on other stuff. Coming back. First time we're recording in a long time. Dude, so, you know, I went with my mom. I took my mom, went to Dallas, picked her up, went to LA to help my uncle, my mom's oldest brother. And you know how it'd be in Bengali, Desi families. Like, this is my brother. He's 45 years older than me.
Yeah.
But I call him bro.
Yeah.
And this is my mother, who's 36 years older than me. Like, what? Why do brown families never make sense mathematically? Whatever. So we're going to help him out. He's got a lot of issues body-wise. He, goes dialysis.
Got body dysmorphia. That's what it made. You made it sound like that.
So it was the
He's
substance.
anorexic.
It was a substance, but
Yeah.
for brown people.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. Body dysmorphia. He's like, he's got anxiety. He's got anxiety. He was on TikTok and saw that he had anxiety. So he went. He gets dialysis every 3 days, and we're there to like help him cook and get food and all that, right? Caretaker vibes, right? Okay, so this guy, his wife is kind of like away in Bangladesh right now, so we're the only ones. We're substitute teaching basically, but as with substitute teachers, you start getting taken advantage of pretty quick, right? So this crafty old muffa.
Yeah. I saw some videos.
Dude, he enlisted me into getting him car insurance. Right? Because he's not allowed to drive. I didn't know this. Because I didn't talk to any of the aunties or the mommy or his daughter.
For what? His wheelchair?
What?
For his wheelchair?
No. Honda
drive?
HRV, bro. He wants to go off-roading. Onto a Mexican encampment.
Yeah.
You know? So he like benignly asked me, he's like, hey, get me a car insurance. I'm like, you're my uncle. I respect my elders. So that's all I'm trying to say is don't be nuanced with your self mantras about family. Because I'm also like, I love my elders.
You got to do
I
it.
will help the elders. So I start looking, I can't find stuff, and I'm like, okay. And then while I'm finding it, he takes me and my mom and out for like to go drive. I'm like, oh, we can drive, it's all good. We'll go to a coffee shop, we'll have some coffee and come back. Bro, you would have thought that the road was green because he was on the grass half the time. Bro, he doesn't know how to drive. I didn't realize this, and I'm like in the car, like gonna die because I didn't realize that an 85-year-old man shouldn't be driving like this, bro.
Oh, shit.
My mom is just like, I will say nothing because he's my elder brother. So we finally get to this the coffee shop. The car is on the sidewalk.
Fox News, migrants go off roads, mows down, says they don't have no idea. It's Usama's uncle who just can't drive.
Can't drive, you know? Meanwhile, every Mexican food truck in danger because of my uncle. So then I'm like, wait a second, something's off here. I don't know if I should be able to get this guy insurance. So I call his daughter, Apu. So I call Apu and I'm like, hey, it's my cousin. I'm like, hey, what's going on with this car insurance? Are we sure about this?
Don't do it.
She's like, are you fucking dumb? You dumb fuck. You dumb fuck. Do not get this guy insurance. He can't even walk. Bro, this guy can't even shit. And I'm like, really? It's okay. You can't drive a Honda.
It's like the way a child talks about their alcoholic parent. Like, what, you got him a bottle of liquor? What? No. No.
And I'm like, but he wanted it. I'm like an idiot because, again, he's so old and I'm so young, and Brown
Of course.
deference, you don't even question it, right? So he used that against me, dude.
Yeah.
He used that against me to swindle me. He's like, Usama's going to do it. Be my little pet. So I'm like, okay, Apple, I can't just say no, because he gets very ornery. He was just kind of bossing my mom around. He's just a guy who's like, at the edge of kind of his life, and is not looking good. And so he's not.
He's looking to take some people with him.
Yeah, he's not like.
But he needs insurance first.
Something. He's like the Japanese kamikaze fighter from before.
Just get me the liability.
Yeah, something. Exactly. So this guy, he's just being a menace in the house, all day. Which I get. I guess you're at the end of your life. You're not trying to be like, is everyone feeling good?
Yeah.
It'll be good before I leave and die and face the void. But here's the thing. So he's just angry. I'm giving him leeway, bro. As in, like, you're an old man and you're feeling like you're dying. He's not. He kind of is. But he's like, I'm like, I see him as a dying guy in this time period. So I'm like, whatever you say, whatever you call me a bitch, he's constantly yelling at me. So I tell Apple, I can't tell him no. This guy's gonna devour me. He's just like, she's like, listen, you just gotta lie to him. Just lie to him. Say you couldn't find any insurance.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, now I'm in this fucking family drama.
Yes.
And so he comes in, he's like, Kursi, got insurance, Kursi. Perfect impression, by the way. And I was like, no, it's not available. I was ageist in it. I was like, yeah, they said you were so old they didn't have any insurance. It's like not true at all. Yeah, you're so fucking old they had no insurance for you. And and he was like, what the fuck? Because he's been around the world. He knows that's not true. So he's like yelling and he's like, no, you're lying, you're liar. You're a piece of shit liar. Liar.
So here's the question: is why can't he just do it himself if he's canny enough to like?
He's just old. He doesn't know real the patient, But the anger is deep, right?
Yeah.
A beautiful guy, by the way. I'm not trying to hate on my uncle, but this is the story.
Yeah.
And so I am yelling. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, it's not. You can't. It's not. You're old. You're too old. And he had 3 accidents in 1 year last year. So I was like, they saw that. And they're like $8,000 per month. So he's like, fuck it. Sits down, right? And we're like, okay, it's fine, right? Out of nowhere, he tries to grab the garage remote, but we have no insurance. So I grab it and I'm like, you can't go outside. It's illegal. And you already know he just goes Super Saiyan on a bitch. And he starts like grabbing my shirt, starts fighting me. You know what he tries to do? Tries to bite me.
Shut the fuck up.
I am not lying. He tries to Walking Dead bite me, dude. He almost got me too, bro. I fucking dodged last second. He's like,
How are you like laughing while this is happening? You're just like,
this is so sad.
Yeah.
Actually, there was one moment I was like, but then I realized it was very serious. And this is my mom during this whole thing. She was like, what? What? And I'm like, Mom, help a guy. Help him, bitch. She's like, I'm listening to the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
And so my mom is just like in the same room, not looking. She's like, because like in brown culture, you cannot supersede your older brother. Just, there's nothing you can do. You're your younger sister. So I'm like dodging this guy. I'm fully like Muay Thai. I'm using Muay Thai. I'm doing all the stuff I was taught. This guy's trying to bite me. He's trying to bite me. So then I finally push him off, right? I'm like, no. And then he was like, I hate you. And he was just like tantrum. And he was like, that's Bengali for fuck you or something.
Yeah.
And then afterwards he was just like, da, and he just walks away. He gets in his little wheelchair and just kind of like goes away.
then he mows down a bunch of people in his wheelchair.
Slow kills, just slow, goes back and forth
Yeah,
over
exactly.
him. Like a roti. So he rotis 10 Mexicans.
So he drove you guys on his last day of insurance?
It was illegal. I didn't know he had no insurance.
Okay.
I was just an idiot kid, bro. You understand, bro, in our culture, bro, you just don't
the
check
videos,
your uncles.
The videos that you sent were of him in a wheelchair. And I was like, where the fuck
That
is
was
this
day
guy
one.
driving?
That was fun. I didn't realize he was not trying to drive. He was chill. We were at the hardware store. We're hanging out. He's ornery, but we're having a good time. Then he wants to drive the Honda HR-V, which is a full SUV, bro.
Yeah.
And that's
He owns this car?
His wife owns the car.
Okay.
His wife is in Bangladesh. And so I'm walking around and He's somewhere, and he can't take his phone. This guy doesn't take his phone when he goes out. So when he goes out, no one knows when he's come back. He's gonna die. Then I told my brothers about it, and I'm like really serious. I'm like, this is really bad. What happened? They both laugh in my face. I'm not getting any sympathy because I'm feeling like shit. And everyone's like, yeah, you earned it. Yeah, because you're so tasty. Or so. Nobody's on my side. I'm like going through trauma. My uncle, my beloved. My beloved uncle who I love chilling with. Usually. Love chilling with this guy. Cool guy. Locked in. Just started biting.
He was locked in all right, dude. He was locked in on your arm.
Oh, God. Fucking homing missile.
He's like a pit bull.
R3. Jesus, bro.
He bit you,
bro. And you know it's a Brown family, so there's no there's gonna be no Full House moment where they're like, sorry I bit you, sorry I got a little, I started gnashing you with my teeth. None of that. We never talked about it the entire time. He did feel really bad about it later, and my mom told me that he was like, he felt so bad. You know, like the dramatic way people, they don't say sorry, right?
Yeah.
So apparently my uncle afterwards was like, to my mom, he was like, give me a hammer. I will hit myself in the head.
Yeah.
Anything
sorry will do.
Anything but sorry. No, hit the place that has this memory so I forget it.
Couldn't you guys like take his teeth away?
Okay, truth be told, if he bit me, it would have been fine. Because it would have been like a nice little...
Yeah, it would have been cute.
But it was just the idea of it, Joe. The fact that this man that I thought was so chill started biting me. But here's the thing.
He went for the Japanese thing of like, let me just hit myself with a hammer.
Yes. I couldn't mukbang him, you know? So let me just Asian culture. And then it was really weird. I left the house that day. Right? And I was like, I can't. My boy had an apartment I could stay at in his place in Marina Del Rey. So I'm like, I need just space. I can't do this, right? So dude, I go, and before I go, right, I'm like, this guy's crazy. I leave. As I'm leaving, I look back. He's like bleeding from the arm, just randomly, and I'm like, okay, patch this guy up. This is chaos, dude. My mom's too scared to do anything, so I leave. All right. Then at night, I'm driving to a show. I just hear, and I just hear, this is 911. We're calling for your uncle. Beep his name. I'm like, what? Yeah. I'm freaking out. I'm like, is he dead? They're like, no, listen, he called 911 because he had he felt like he was feeling weird.
He felt really bad about biting you.
He felt depressed, so he called the fire department. And then
that is amazing.
It wasn't the vibe, so he called the fire department. Yeah. And I was like, no, we had this thing, and like he wanted to go drive, but he can't. And now he was just bleeding a little bit, so I think my mom went to sleep, and he just freaked out and called the 911, and it was fine. And then because the first thing he called, he was like, listen, so your family is yelling at me, and there's a language barrier, and I don't know what's going on, so I need to call. Can you tell me what's going on? I hear in the background, my mom was like, he's doing this. He's a comedian. He's doing shows and the comedian and the blood, comedian blood. And I'm like, mom is freaking out. So I explained the situation. And then the EMT guy was like, yeah, dude. Okay, I got you, man. Also, I know you, man. I know you from videos. And
Shut up.
It was just like, my mom told that story forever. But my mom in the background going, comedian and blood. It's like, what the fuck?
She's explaining how to become a stand-up comic. First you do open mics.
Yeah. Then you shows, flyers, blood. Yelling blood in the word comedian. That's what I heard. That's the story. It's all good. It became really, after that, he never kind of crossed again because you know what the fuck was going to happen. He just felt really bad. He's a very soft guy. I just think
It sounds like it.
One story I ever told about this guy, he's crazy. But he's a very soft guy. But I think him losing his agency as an old man.
Of course, that's frustrating as hell,
was
dude.
just so insane. And then he thought I was infantilizing him, but I'm just following the orders of a different, older person.
Yeah.
I'm just a dumb, blank-id guy who's just trying to keep the whole family together. It was bad, dude. And I'm not the guy to do this, bro. You know me. I'm like fun.
No, what? You were fine in the situation. You were like, you were standing on business and you were being sweet. And you tasted sweet, apparently, because he tried to take a chunk out of you. I mean, that is, from anybody else's mouth, that would be a really sad story. You know, that would be like a Paul Schrader movie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sad, just sad.
However, coming out of your mouth, it was pretty entertaining.
Does it ever happen, bro? You never had like a old ass motherfucker in your life?
I've definitely
Switch up on you.
Look, I've definitely had conflict with uncles and stuff like
Right.
that, you know, but it's never gone to that level because they're not that old either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, at one point he like grabbed my whole shirt, which is very loose,
Yeah.
exposing my body.
Yeah.
He's trying to like purple nurple.
He
me.
really wanted to go to a titty bar is what that sounds like though. Because like there's no explanation of like why he needs the car. He's like, my wife is gone. I need to go.
I'm
I
taking
need
your
the car.
shirt off, then I'm biting his body.
Yeah.
This guy's horny.
He was
horny.
he was going to do something.
Imagine being
illicit.
too old to jack off. You're
Yeah.
so old you can't even masturbate.
Yeah.
Ha! Anyway, it was fine.
Uncle, we love you.
MVP my mom for not doing shit.
Yeah, seriously.
Thanks for nothing, mom.
Look, on balance, that's probably for the best. Otherwise, it would have gone way chaotic. Yeah, if Nargis had jumped in the mix, you know, like she did the right thing.
My mom, I love her with all my heart. I actually called her out on it later. And that's why I love my mom so much. I just love this woman because in terms of like just being a good hang outside of all the family stuff. I was like, Mom, you fucking left me to dry. And instead of being like, no, I didn't, she was just like, I was very scared.
Yeah.
And she was like, I was very scared. I couldn't do anything. I love my brother and I'm scared of him. And I was like, okay, you know what? Okay, I get it. I thought it was so direct and awesome. I was like,
That's good.
you know? But
Could have gone the other direction of what? You can't handle an 80-year-old man, bitch. Little bitch-ass bitch. Raised a pussy. Yeah.
bro,
Noel could have handled that.
Noel bites back.
Yeah.
Noel bite back. Bro, and then I mean it was all types of weird errands, you know. He was like, you know, old Bengali requests.
Yeah.
You know, he'd like, get me a ball of fish. Okay, like ask the local shaman, where does one find a ball of fish? You know, quest item.
Yeah.
That's like super
Yeah,
random
seriously.
side area forest.
The big Bangladeshi scavenger hunt. You know, ball of fish and a tube light. You know?
Get me a one mosquito, 2 balls of fish, and a whore. And named Andika. Insane, dude. This guy, insane, bro. And then like when he would sleep, he needed to play news at the highest volume to fall back asleep. But I was sleeping in the same room as him in this pull-out couch, and so I'd be just sleeping. I got no sleep that 2 weeks. I was just like waking up every 4 hours, 3 hours. He's got to like turn on, and I'm like, one day I was scared he was gonna kill me because after that biting thing, I was like, he might go
Sleep with one eye open.
crazy, and then like he might get a knife and start stabbing me. Who knows? You know? And it was getting crazy, bro.
He would have scraped you at best, it sounds like.
Well, he would have just like tried to penetrate.
Yeah,
skin.
it
I'm
couldn't
like,
happen, you know.
the fuck are you doing? But it was just really bonkers. And I love my uncle. He's just going through a lot, and it's all good.
When's his wife coming back?
Dude, I think in like a couple weeks. But I think that we're gonna see him during Eid. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, dude. And we'll make sure he's fed and not hungry.
Take a bite out of you on Eid.
He looks at me like he thinks I'm a goat. He's like,
Yeah, maybe he was hangry from Ramadan.
He starts sacrificing me because he thinks I'm the goat. Crazy, man. Keep your old people locked up. But it was.
Keep him locked.
I love you, Uncle. It's all good, and it's all water under the bridge. But I'm not for dinner. No, you never had ever a physical altercation with a really old man. Where like that's not a thing that you've ever experienced.
No, I can't say I've ever tussled with an old with a
Pereira,
geriatric
what?
man.
Pereira, who? UFC opening round, Usama versus Mr. Hawk. Let's go. And I lose, of course. That's what happened, dude.
That is the MMA that everyone would enjoy.
Oh,
Like, cause we see all these guys and they're like training for 6 months and they're in amazing shape and they're technically. That's not entertaining. My favorite promotion isn't UFC; it's Walmart. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's two of Milwaukee's finest fighting over a waffle maker.
100. I'll even throw one extra thing in there. The storyline should be good, like the matchups.
Yeah.
It should be like Priest versus the kid he just fucked.
Yeah.
Can he fight back? Can he fuck back? You know? 2 divorcees. And then the lady who made them cheat. I want storylines and then they all fight. Instead of Judge Judy, they just fight in the ring.
Yeah.
I would make a show like that.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool.
Getting more and more dystopian. You know?
I'm trying to find my uncle, bro. I want to put my mom in there so she can't pussyfoot. No, Switzerland. Choose a side.
Do you think your mom could take him?
No. Or even body-wise? They're both so weak.
You said that like Trump. They're both so weak. Probably can't do anything.
No, we're Siddiquees. We're a soft bunch. I don't know. Yours was in a beady household, right? I mean,
We got beat. Yeah, come on. Okay. But Behari's grow strong. So there was a cap, there was a limit, there was an age up in which they could beat us. And they're like, we can't beat them
I'm
anymore.
assuming you were huge by the time you were 5. You're like unbeatable.
No, man, I was I was getting beat until probably like 11.
Okay, that's crazy, dude.
No.
Wait, so and then your brother's kids get nothing.
No,
right?
no,
they are.
nothing, no.
It's soft parenting for the
Living
win.
the sweet life with Ryu and Dilly.
But I was thinking about that. I was walking up the stairs to your house, and I was like, I don't think I could ever beat my kids. I don't think I ever could. I just could not lay a hand on them.
Yeah, but you don't know until you have kids and they're acting the way you acted, at a certain age. You know what I mean? And I agree. I'm like, one should not beat their kids. However, like, we don't know if we would not beat our kids. Yeah.
If my kid, I guess, was like, I'm a Nazi, I'd be like, okay, I guess
Yeah.
this is the part where I beat him, right? Like, I consult first. I'm like, hey, do I beat this guy now? Call my friend. Beat him? Okay. But that's the only thing I worry about is like if I had a kid and he just becomes a Nazi, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
He's not going to be a Nazi, dude. He's going to join the Durka gang, okay?
They're not the Nazi, they're Nazmuls.
Yeah.
Shit, man. That's the story. That's the old person beating story. We got some topicals.
Well, we saw Trump and Vance beating up on Zelensky
Speaking of
recently.
beatings.
That was pretty entertaining.
So I didn't read about this. What happened? What was that?
Oh, God. It was pretty epic, actually. Zelensky visits the U.S. because he's got to pay. He's got to kiss the ring. He's going to get any more money, right? And Trump is trying to sign this deal where he's like, listen, you're going to give us mineral rights to your country in exchange for all the billions that we've spent on you.
Whoa. He wants money back.
He's like, yeah, we're going to get something out of this, right? And then we'll maybe give you some more money and weapons or whatever. And they're in the Oval Office or wherever it was, and the press is there. And I don't know why. I think Zelensky wanted to do this. He wanted to like have this all be in front of the press, and they were talking about whatever, and it was like a pretty normal thing. It was like 50 minutes long, and it was all kind of normal. And then at the end, Zelensky kind of popped off at the mouth a little bit. He was like, well, I need more money for a green t-shirt or whatever, right? Yeah. And well, actually, it all began for me when you saw a video of Trump receiving Zelensky, and Zelensky's wearing like, FUBU sweatpants or whatever.
I saw that. I was like, what are you?
And Trump is like, wow, you really dressed up for the occasion.
Well, it's my nicest FUBU, actually.
Yeah. And then we saw the classic showdown between stand-up comedian and improv comedian.
Right.
Zelensky's the improv guy. Trump is the stand-up.
Yes.
And Zelensky popped off at the mouth. Last 10 minutes of the meeting started to pop off. And then JD Vance was like, I'll handle this, boss. And he's like, you didn't even say thank you. You didn't even say please or thank you.
I got to watch this video. What the heck?
It's really entertaining. They're going off because Zelensky's like, you got there should be no peace with Russia, and I need more green t-shirt. And
what does green t-shirt mean?
Because Zelensky, every video you see of him, he's wearing a green t-shirt.
Okay.
So and
it's
not like this guy's on the front lines.
Yeah.
He was an improv comedian.
Right.
He was an actor. He knows he's playing a role.
Right.
So he like wears a green t-shirt like he's like a military guy, right? Which he's not. He's an improv comedian. According to Trump, a moderately successful improv comedian. Okay. And so he starts popping up in the mouth, and Trump's like, who the fuck is this bitch? And so he's just like, listen, you have no cards. You got no cards to play. He's saying this. He's like, you have no cards to play. He's like, you're getting your asses kicked. You're conscripting 80-year-old men to your army, right? This is an unwinnable war for you. Why don't you want peace, basically, right? Trump's whole position is, let's end the war.
Makes sense.
And then Zelensky and his Durka gang are like, no, we need more money for Russia. And I need more green t-shirt,
This guy sounds like an idiot.
He is kind of an idiot. Trump wasn't playing it, but JD Vance especially, it was just like, shut the fuck up, man.
Dude, I just love how he's like attack dog vibe sometimes. I'm like, we all know you bang your couch. Like, we already figured this out. You're trans.
Well, that's a guy who, goes for it, clearly, if that's true. It was pretty entertaining to watch, though.
Dude, that's great.
And
So-
at one point, Trump was like, "This is gonna make great television." I'll
Yeah.
tell you what. You're like, dude, I can't believe you're our president. I cannot believe you are our president.
so insane, dude.
It's really amazing.
It's so
dude.
insane, dude.
It's pretty amazing. I love it.
Dude, it's literally. This is like, like the war. There's people dying.
I know.
Like literally, he's like trying to just like get more money so he can have less people die on his side.
No, he's getting more money so you can keep the war going, which
War
is
going,
which is a bad
but
thing.
people are dying, right?
Yeah.
That's the idea. And then he's just like, "You got my good side, or
Yeah.
you got my, it was the 3/4 rule, 3/4 rule on the camera." I mean, dude, that is so wild. So what happened? There was the aftermath on Twitter. Was like
The aftermath on Twitter was like Trump was like, I don't know if I want to do a deal with this guy. He clearly doesn't want to have peace. And Zelensky is like, yeah, we are not going to do a deal. But then like 2 hours after, it's like, we are very sorry. We appreciate everything the president has done for us. There's no better president than Donald Trump.
gnarly accent.
Yeah.
This guy sucks. Just from the accent, I hate this guy.
Yeah.
Wait, so is it still on? Like, are they cool or what happened?
I don't think they're cool, no. Because now the Europeans are like, no, don't do the deal, Zelensky. Zelensky, don't do the deal. Yeah, you don't need it, girl. You don't need his money after all. But it's like, what the fuck are you pussies going to do?
Trump's like, okay, fine, but now you gotta suck my dick.
Yeah.
You gotta suck it off.
Suck it good.
Completion.
Yeah.
You're on the menu, suck it off.
You're going to take care of my homie, JD, as
suck
well.
JD off, suck Usha man.
Top
as well.
him off.
Lick her off. I remember one time we had this, we were doing this hosting gig for Bhangra in Texas, me and my boy, Nimesh. And not this Nimesh, other Nimesh. And this one little girl was like, I want to be a part of the team. I want to. And we're like, no, you suck, so we're not going to let you. Her name's Anisha. Fuck you. And so Anisha was like, and she was not funny, no chemistry. We wrote all these bits. We're like, no, you're not going to do this, right? And so eventually the committee who was like, booking us, they're like, no, we have to get Anisha because she was on the committee. So we're like, Anisha's going to get on. She's going to.
Oh, rough.
So we were like, okay, tough nuts. We're out. We're out.
Yeah.
This is college level Usama. He's like, I'm out. Badass move. Fuck you. Me and Nimesh were out. We quit, right? And this was like at $5,000 on the line. Which at that point, it was an insane amount of money.
That's a lot of money.
Insane. As a kid, like, basically $5,000. You kidding me? So we left, and then night before, they were like, can you please do? We've put Anisha in a cage. But then we were like, give us $3,000 more.
Did it work?
Yeah. Nice. So we did it for $8,000, and
I love
think
that.
That's kind of like the sort of Trumpy. Yeah, you want this? Now you gotta suck my fucking dick. I didn't realize how much politics was just vibe. Trump
It is because I think that's how things happen behind closed doors, where they're like, "You're a little bitch. You're giving us all your minerals, right?" But this time they did it in front of like 90 reporters. And then some like Fox News type fucker was like, "Hey, Zelensky, why don't you ever wear a suit?" And he was like, "Why are you asking?
making me pissed
Why
off.
are you asking about my FUBU outfit? My Under Armour sweatshirt. Why you are asking?" And they're like, "Why don't you wear a suit? You can't afford a suit." You can just go to Men's Warehouse, $250.
This is ruining
Well,
my
maybe
day.
with
Dude,
the money
accents,
I
please.
get from the Trump, I can get the
Giving
suit.
me a
you
bad
know?
stomach ache. This accent. Ukrainians sound like good.
It's just him.
Like
you know,
gargling.
Just him.
It's fine. That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
To get cucked like that on national.
Yeah. And let's be honest, Ukraine does not need to be a country. Okay. It doesn't like we don't need to put up this much money. We know what this is about. Okay. It's not about our national interests. It's not even in their national interest. Okay. It's about, bigger geopolitical stuff, which we'll talk about on the Patreon once we get there.
Jingoism and some shit like that, right? It's like
Yeah.
nationalism. Well, people on the boot, Ukrainians want to be Ukrainian, right? It's like,
I guess.
That's their thing.
I guess.
right? Self-determination. They're like, we're this group and we want to be.
Look, this guy came to power with the deal that he's like, no, I'm going to create peace. You know what I mean? And then he did the exact opposite.
And he's getting paid in drink tickets, dude.
Yeah. No, he's getting paid billions of dollars.
Same comedian.
It's like, yeah, I know. It's like the most corrupt country in like the world.
Well, all the offshore, like the Joe Biden shit is in there and all that.
all that
All that
stuff.
drama was part of that, right?
Even during Biden's regime, like our people had to tell him and his generals, like, hey, stop pocketing all these billions of dollars. Like, use some of it for your people.
Right.
You know?
Open up a Kmart. One.
Yeah,
One.
seriously.
Wait, so what is all it's all oil. There's mad oil down there in Ukraine.
No, mineral rights. So like they have rare earth materials, which we use for like technology.
Aha, silicon.
Maybe stuff like that. I think rare earth materials is actually, that's just what it's called.
What do you mean? Like not even like copper or?
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's like, I mean, we
mean?
could look it up, but it's actually just called rare earth materials.
Fuck, dude.
I don't know exactly what it is though.
Damn, dude.
I know.
I mean, of course, any war at the end of the day is just, it's got to be worth fighting, right? So there's always like some sort of big ass prize.
But then Putin was like, hey, Donald Trump, listen, guys, forget about them. We will do a deal with you, for we have plenty rare earth material, bro. You know, come on, we'll do the deal.
Donald Trump's like, give me 1 second.
Yeah, seriously. He's like, why don't you want that? He's like, you know what, Vlad? I like the way you do business after all. I think I do a good Zelensky.
Bro, it's good because it sucks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, as in like his voice sucks.
Yeah.
Oh God, dude. Just this guy, Zelensky, just looks like a guy who like is good at Counter-Strike. You know, like at playing the game.
Yeah, playing the game. Yeah, the video game.
He's
yeah.
just paunchy and he's like hunched over his computer vibes on Facebook. Like, do you have $1 billion? Anybody?
Dude, it's really sad what's happening there. Though I don't know. There was a video going around where it was like a striptease, a cute, sexy dancer who was like dancing for these troops. But then you're looking at the troops and they're all like 55 years and up.
God
they're like all old and like depressed. None of them are looking at the titties. They're just like, oh fuck.
Dude, you've ruined tits.
You know?
You've ruined tits, Ukraine. You know who has great tits? Russia.
Yeah, dude.
Great tits.
All Eastern European women are super hot.
They really are, dude. They're just all mean.
Up to a certain age. Then they hit like
12.
55 and they become wizened like little babushkas, you know.
The moment you put the white hijab,
yeah, exactly.
on them, it's over.
Exactly.
You get at 55, they give you a hijab.
Yeah.
They give you a cauldron and a handle, and you're like, go make stew now.
Exactly.
Until you die.
And some snails' tails and frogs. Go make your little potions now.
Here's some salt and a little boy to harvest.
You old long-titted
You
bitch.
fucking disgusting fuck.
So that's how it is for Eastern Europeans. But you know what I've noticed? For like Western, like Middle Europeans, Central, like Germans, Belgians, once they hit 60, no matter if you're a man or a woman, you immediately look like a lesbian.
Oh, dude.
They
Western Europe?
immediately, yeah. And like Central Europe.
Short hair.
You know, they had like
black
short, weird
turtleneck.
mullet. Yeah.
That's so true.
They all
dude.
look like lesbians.
That's so true. Because they're hot. Like, for a long time, the Western Europeans,
They're passable.
Passable.
Yeah.
They all kind of start out at a 6
Yes,
or 5, right?
yes.
And they kind of go variate, 5 to 7.
Yes.
7 down to 3.
Yeah. You've got your Claudia Schifflers and you've got your Merkels, right?
Yeah,
but at age 65, they all become indigo girls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just aged lesbians, like hardened lesbians. You know
Driving
what I mean?
instructors.
Yes, exactly. Driving
You know what I'm
instructor
saying?
lesbians. They race pit bull. That class of the sapphics.
What's that one, bro? That one movie that was really good. Anatomy of a Killing. You seen that?
I never saw it.
Phenomenal. You know, and it's this lady who's like, you know, the husband dies and the wife, great actress, but I'm just like, man, you look like a lesbian, dude. I can't imagine that you've ever had a husband ever.
Yeah.
Because of this syndrome.
Yeah, but see, I'm also talking about the men. Like German men, Belgian men.
Right.
They get to a certain age, they also be looking like lesbians.
Because they have that little scarf.
Yeah, because I was in Costa Rica, and at one point I was recently I was out to dinner at this really chill place called Cool and Calm Cafe. It was fucking awesome. It's outdoors. They
Yeah.
got a big grill pit. It's like Rasta vibes, and it's kind of
Where's
we're
that?
at. This is in Manzanillo on the Caribbean coast of
Gotcha.
Costa Rica.
Gotcha.
Beautiful place, absolutely beautiful. And we're outside, and all of a sudden this SUV pulls up, and this fucking baddie steps out, and she looks like I don't know, she's like mixed, you know, she's got dark curly hair, ass is just unreal, popping body, just really sexy, And then who steps out of the vehicle is like 7 indigo girls, you know, they all look like they all look like lesbians, but then one of them was like a dude.
Yeah.
So it was like this dude and his like Frau sisters taking out whoever this poor girl was. You know.
What is this?
I didn't know. It was like for me, this is a scene from like
Midsommar or
1940s Zambia or something. Yeah, it's like Midsommar or some shit, you know? You're like, this is not, one of these things does not belong here, you know?
It's like it's picked from Highlights magazine. Like, what?
Yeah, yeah, and
We're gonna keep talking about big booty bitches.
that's kind of what I was talking about.
Patreon. The Patreon. Come on now.
Your mango big.